हेलो गाइस, वेलकम बैक टू टेक चटनी। आज मैं अपने इनिशियल थॉट्स दूंगा ऑन द Canon EOS M50। एक मिररलेस कैमरा है। इट शूट्स वीडियो इन 4K एज वेल एंड काफ़ी डिसेंट बजट में है। इफ़ यू लुक एट इट कंपेयर टू द अदर DSLR कैमराज, एंट्री लेवल प्रोफेशनल कैमराज के प्राइस में भी यू कैन गेट दिस स्लाइटली चीपर देन दैट एज वेल, डिपेंडिंग ऑन वेयर यू गेट द डील फ्रॉम। तो मैंने ये लिया है टू रिप्लेस माई मोबाइल फोन विच आई एम यूजिंग राइट नाउ। मैं एक OnePlus 6 यूज़ करता हूँ सब वीडियोज़ के लिए, तो आई थॉट वाई नॉट थोड़ा प्रोडक्शन क्वालिटी ऊपर कर लेते हैं एंड लेट्स गेट अ प्रोफेशनल कैमरा। टू बिगिन विथ, इफ यू सी द बॉडी फ्रेम इज लाइक रियली नैरो, राइट? इट्स अ स्मॉल कैमरा एंड इट्स प्रीटी, लेंस अगर निकाल दोगे pretty small, right? It's pretty small and it's easy to hold with just one hand. और एक फीचर इसका ये था विच आई एक्चुअली लाइक्ड वाज द फ्लिप स्क्रीन, राइट? तो इसकी अगर फ्लिप स्क्रीन देखोगे तो दैट्स अ रियली नाइस फीचर। तो व्हेन आई एम मेकिंग वीडियोस आई कैन एक्चुअली पॉइंट द कैमरा लेंस एट माई सेल्फ एंड आई कैन सी व्हाट इज बीइंग शॉट एट। तो वो एक काफ़ी नाइस फीचर है। नाउ हाउ इज दिस फॉर व्लॉगिंग? आई मीन इफ यू लुक एट इट, देखो ये स्क्रीन इस तरह से फ्लिप होती है, राइट, ऑन द लेफ्ट हैंड साइड। तो आई थिंक दैट if you want to look at it vlogging के लिए, then I'll have to either hold it like this with my right hand, which is not the most comfortable way to hold it. I mean, the best way would be to hold it with my left hand like this, right? And this makes it a lot easier, but I don't know, not everyone is left-handed or comfortable using their left hand. Plus, I don't like the fact that it's popping out on the side. I mean, if you're vlogging, Canon का एक और कैमरा आता है जिसमें ऊपर की तरफ फ्लिप हो जाता है, and that's probably a much better option if you want to look at a camera for vlogging. Same price में है and same features. It's like shooting at 4K as well. So if you're looking at this for vlogging, then I don't know. I think you might want to get something else instead of this. And as far as the video goes, it can shoot video in 4K. But 4K में क्या होता है कि it just kind of crops the image. And you'll see that when you have the 4K, I mean, अगर 1080p में इतना फ्रेम कैप्चर हो रहा है तो 4K में इतना फ्रेम कैप्चर हो जाएगा। तो if you're using it maybe for making a vlog or for shooting yourself, like अब जैसे ये वीडियो बना रहे, 4K में अगर शूट करना, you might want to position the camera a bit farther away from you. Using this as a webcam is concerned, मैंने यूज़ किया इसे and I tried like a couple of streams using it as a webcam. And the issue that I saw was, surprisingly, on my laptop it looked fine, perfectly fine with the EOS cam utility. लेकिन डेस्कटॉप पे जब मैं सेम यूटिलिटी यूज़ कर रहा था OBS में, सेम सेटिंग्स OBS एंड द सेम सॉफ्टवेयर, डेस्कटॉप में स्टटर हो रहा था या फिर ब्लैक फ्रेम्स आ रहे थे या फिर फ्रीज हो रहा था। एंड इट कुड बी समथिंग ऑन माई डेस्कटॉप इटसेल्फ, आई डोंट नो, बट लैपटॉप में इट जस्ट वर्क फ्लॉलेसली and my installation process was the same, my settings were the same. I used OBS with the same settings on both of them, but I don't know what happened. So anyways, I mean, if you want something like this for a webcam, I would suggest not to do that. I mean, for that matter, any DSLR, because you can actually use a proper webcam and get better quality compared to this, or comparable quality, if not better quality. And a webcam is just made for webcam, right? A DSLR, you can get better lighting effects and slightly better quality, but if you're streaming, your webcam is like this, so small and it's a small part of your stream. So if you use like a normal webcam, so the face cam पे उतना difference नहीं पता चलेगा. I'd also suggest you actually go for a proper webcam instead. So what are my initial thoughts about this? My initial thoughts are, see, the quality of the video is good and the quality of the photographs is also good. As far as the 4K video cropping is concerned, I'm not really that bothered क्योंकि मैं 1080p में शूट करके उसे अपस्केल करने वाला हूँ एडिटिंग के टाइम पे, तो that's not really that much of an issue. Battery is or could be an issue for some people because at full charge this works for around 2.5 hours, but if you get a DSLR then those have much better battery life, maybe like around 5 or 6 hours. Another thing is, at this price point, okay, you might get other DSLR cameras which are maybe entry level, but if you go and look at the used market, you might actually get DSLRs which are much better in terms of the range, and or you might actually get DSLR with more lenses. So if you are actually looking at exploring digital photography, or you just want to just test the waters, and instead of getting this, you might as well get a used DSLR. Just practice on it, get used to it, and then maybe upgrade your setup. In terms of the features, what I liked about the features was it has this. It has an HDMI output, so if I want to use it as a webcam, I could use it using the HDMI output and a capture card instead of using the EOS cam and connecting it through the USB. So that's one thing. But how I actually will be using it is I'll be outputting the HDMI on my TV so that I can actually see how I look like and what the frame is like when I'm shooting the video, instead of using this flip display. It also has an inbuilt mic, and it also has a port for actually plugging in an external mic. So that's something I liked as well. Flash here, I don't know if that really matters. And it also has a Wi-Fi feature in which I can transfer the files from the camera to my network or to my PC that's connected on the same network. So that's a useful feature as well. But this video is just my initial thoughts on it and what it looks like. Off the bat, the auto mode में जो भी videos आते हैं, they seem, for me, they seem a bit bright, and I would want to tone that down and adjust the images slightly and change that setting. Another thing which I didn't, or which I got confused about, was जब video shoot करते हैं तो there is this red button over here which you need to click, and it does not work with the shutter button, and you can change that in the settings. But that's something that caught me off guard. मैंने एक पूरा वीडियो बना दिया and then I realized कि साला रिकॉर्ड ही नहीं हुआ है कुछ भी. So that's something you might want to change in the settings when you pick this up. Along with that, it also has this viewfinder. See, it's a viewfinder, and what this viewfinder is actually doing is just going to show you the same thing that's going to come over here, but instead it will show you on the viewfinder. And how this is useful is if you're outside and you don't want to use the screen, and just to save the battery life, you can actually use the viewfinder instead. या फिर बहुत bright and you can't see the LCD screen, which is highly unlikely क्योंकि मैंने outdoors use किया and the screen is pretty bright. So I think over the next few months मैं इसको थोड़ा और use करूँगा, and I'll try to make all my upcoming videos on using this camera, and hopefully after a few months I will be able to have a better review and a more thorough and in-depth review about this camera. So I hope you like this video. I'll sign off with a small clip showing the unboxing of the camera. Thank you. Bye.